wanted to interview you because I think that you've had a lot of things happen over the 8 weeks, haven't you? And I guess,
You?
you and you've managed to keep it together, really. So I guess I wanted to do an interview with you because I think you've done really well, and yeah, I just wanted to share your story with some of the ladies, and especially the ladies that are just coming through as well, just to help motivate them and inspire them and all that kind of stuff too. So tell us a little bit about um, where you were kind of at when you first started. What were you,
Yeah.
were you at with everything?
Um, well, I was working retail. I was not really enjoying my job that much. I was selling lollies and eating them during the day. Yeah, no,
The worst job for a
lollies,
sugar
giant
addict.
lollipops. No. Um, yeah, no, it was not ideal for me. I was trying to get my health on track, so I didn't want to be supporting sugar, and here I was selling it. So getting fired was kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
That happened at basically the first week of the challenge. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that was early on, wasn't it?
it's been a little bit stressful since then, just financially, but I don't know, just got to focus on what I can control, which is what I'm putting in my body and going to the gym and, what I'm doing with my body. So that's why I just kept focusing on that,
Yeah. Yeah,
the whole way through, really.
you did amazing not to let that stop you, because what a lot of people tend to do is when something stressful comes into their life, um, instead of using exercise or eating healthy as a way to help deal with that stress, a lot of people just
Mm.
that's the first thing to go. Whereas it's really important that what you've probably found is that you dealt with it better because you were continuing to exercise and trying to, like you said, control that thing that you could actually control, which was what was going in your mouth. But can you
Yeah.
imagine how different that might have been if you weren't exercising and you were eating lollies? Like,
Yeah. Well, previously to this, obviously I had, relationship breakdown and whatever. And how I coped with that was I ate. I just ate, and I didn't exercise, and I just ate, and I just got bigger. And it was like, now I just feel worse. So,
yeah,
this time, something in me has gone. You need to just focus on what you can focus on, and that is what you are trying to achieve. Yeah, I found that eating healthy always makes me feel better, and
mm,
exercise always makes me feel better. So even with the financial stress, I'm like, no, I'm keeping the gym membership, because if I don't go there, I will be not good at all. I do something
yeah,
silly. So no, just stayed on track with that, and also having a little bit of a social outlet, like going and talking to the girls at the gym and training with them. It helps a lot as well, because I said that to them this morning. Even still looking for work, so it's like I'm still
yeah,
stressing, but yeah, without them there, I would be like, well, now I'm just stuck at home on my own thinking about it. So
yeah,
yeah, no, it's been good. So the
yeah,
only way to get through that, along with some fairly intense meditations, and yeah, I think that's the way to deal with it. That's the
yeah.
way
No,
I've dealt with it anyway.
yeah, you've done really well. Like, I'm really not surprised, but like I said to you before, like, a lot of people would have just let that be it. That's it. I'm done
Mm.
with this and just stop. Um, but you've kind of used that as an outlet to help you get through this horrible time. Well, it's not horrible. It's, you know what? It's probably happened for a reason. And like you said, now you're going to study now. It's pushed you in the
Yeah,
right in the it's pushed you to make a decision about what you want to do next.
yeah, and yeah, going down. Well, I'm doing my nutrition diploma, so a much healthier way, and just something I enjoy more.
Yeah,
I don't sell lollies to people. Who wants to do that?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Screaming kids, no.
yeah. One extreme to the other.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mm.
I think it's a good thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's an
sure.
awesome thing. Because when I first met you, you were like, you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You said that you were thinking about doing it, but then obviously, this has kind of pushed you. Sometimes, do you know what? sometimes stuff like that happens in your life where you're kind of on the fence about something, and it's something that you do want, but you're kind of holding
Mhm.
yourself back, but then just something in your life just happens and it pushes you towards it. Like, for example, losing your job, it just happens. Things just happen to push you in the
Yeah.
right direction. Um,
And like previously, um, I've always wanted to travel, always wanted to see parts of Australia, and always had the stupid boyfriend holding me back. And then when we broke up, I just got in my car and drove off and just
yeah,
traveled on my own. And I was like, that's what I needed. I needed you to go away.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I needed. And it was the best thing I ever did. It was
yeah,
scary, but it was great. And
yeah,
yeah, I think major things happen for, just to shake you up and go, you know what, you need to do what you need to do.
yeah,
Do you. Stop
yeah,
worrying about everyone else
exactly.
and do you. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly right.
that's where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
Doing me.
Yeah, no, it's good. And tell us, so you what did you lose? You lost, let me see here. It was 11 centimeters off your backside, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the backside.
That's
That's
good.
going. So
No,
that's
that's
good. Yeah,
that's really
I'm
good. And I think it
really
was
happy with that.
and you started to, so I think it was what was it, like just under 20 centimeters you lost or something like that?
Yeah, 18, I think, all up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was only, it was about 6 or something from under the bra, and I think only a couple off around the tummy. That's the
Yeah.
stress, the stress
Yeah.
tummy, but
Yeah, but
quite
that
happy
but
with
that
it.
in itself, like that, considering how, some of the stressful times that you've just
Mm,
gone through, that you're just kind of going through. I mean, anything financial will stress out anyone.
yeah,
Taking that into consideration, you've done well, because and you've obviously managed to control those cortisol levels and keep them down, because you were obviously meditating, exercising, and
yeah,
eating well. Because yeah, usually most people will gain weight, especially around their tummy, in a really highly stressful time. So you've done really
yeah.
well to do that. I was really impressed.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I was a bit impressed actually with I was stoked with the hip measurement. I was like, yes.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
no, that was really good. And like I said, I just had to focus on the things I could control, which was what I was eating and what I was doing with my body. So I was like, okay, just keep getting up, going to the gym, go for your walks, do the things that you actually enjoy, which is that stuff. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yep,
I think so. Would you say that the biggest change for you at the moment is just your mindset, that
yeah,
you've,
for sure. For
yeah,
sure. The last 2 months has been obviously major, but I've also just learnt to switch a lot of those things off, a lot of those nagging things that are like, in your head going, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing that, or, oh, yeah, what's everyone going to think of you? Who cares? Like, doesn't
yeah,
matter. Just
yeah,
do what you want to do. And
yeah,
yeah, so that's been a huge shift for me, is not not thinking so much about everyone else around me and just focusing on what I'm doing with my life and which direction I want that to go in. So, and
yeah.
that's been ideal. It's like, oh, I feel so good, even though I'm broke as. I feel great.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so, I mean, that's amazing. Like, oh, you just seem so calm. So calm.
Yeah, well, considering I just sort of breached for my rent, I probably should be stressing a bit more, but
Oh
um,
gosh.
it is what it is. Hey, it'll be just another thing that I'll deal with.
And it'll work, and you know what? It
I
will
have just
work
come back
out.
from the gym too, so I might be really calm.
It will work out though, won't it? You know that it will work out. Something will come up and it'll
Yeah,
all just kind of work itself out, you know?
yeah, yeah. It always works out. I mean, there's always
It
ups
always
and
does.
downs. Yeah, there's always ups
Yeah.
and downs. So you just got to kind of roll with it. Just
Yeah.
like I said, just keep focusing on the things that you can control and that you can be in charge of. So yeah, just
Yeah.
me. I can control me. So and
Yeah.
I can control my reaction to the situation, which was
Exactly.
I freaked out a little bit, and I thought, oh no, now what? But I was like, well, okay, just breathe through it, move on, next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I loved that attitude. I remember when you sent me a message, you're like, "Oh, I lost my job, but I don't really. It's not a big deal. I'll be okay. I'm gonna do
I didn't
nutrition
really
and
like
blah
it
blah blah." I
anyway.
was like, "Oh, okay. Wow, she's very calm." Um, what not advice, but what would you say to the ladies who, I mean, what was it that kept you motivated in those times? Well, like, for example, that week where, you were told that you've lost your job. What was it that kept you motivated to keep at it and not just be like, oh, curl up and just rock back and forth with a bag of chocolate?
I thought about it.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
there would have been a few days where you might have.
yeah, I've been a few days throughout the challenge, but I think for me, a lot of it is also I look at how far I have actually come and I go, do you really want to set yourself back that far? Like,
Hmm.
nah, don't do it. Just, yeah, and I got into making all my own treats and I was really enjoying making them. And I actually had some normal cake the other day and I went, oh my God, what is this? It was so horrible.
Very
It was so
sweet.
sweet.
Yeah.
Nope, it was too much sugar for me. So, I guess just staying focused on the bigger picture and what you want to achieve at the end. And yeah, just remembering that you've made a bit of progress. Not wanting to relapse on that progress. Yeah, I was like, I have come a long way, particularly this last year in my weight journey. And I was like, nah, not going back to square one, not again.
Yeah.
So I think that's what kept me focused mostly was, yeah, no, not going backwards. I don't want to go backwards. So
Yeah.
focusing on the progress probably would be my biggest motivator.
Yeah. Yeah. And because I guess that like a lot of the times it's so easy to give in to those really quick like quick moments of satisfaction, where it's like a quick chocolate or whatever, where it's just like it satisfies you for like 5 seconds. Whereas the way
Yeah,
that you've kind of looked at it, it was like, okay, do I want this gratification now or whatever, or do I want to do something that's going to sabotage me, or do I
yeah,
want that long-term success? Which is it's a really good way to really be thinking
yeah,
about it.
yeah. And I think you put a post up that was pretty much exactly that. And I thought, yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I'd had a few bad days where I was like eating chips and whatever, and then I've gone, no, don't do it to yourself because you will be really upset with yourself if you go backwards. You've come this far and you've come a long way. Just keep at it, basically. And I
Yeah.
suppose I can be a little bit stubborn. So, no.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing though. That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. So,
Yeah, no.
you've still got, I mean, so you've still obviously got a little while to go until you get your goal, but do you feel like
Mhm.
you're on the right track? Like, do you feel like at the moment the stuff that you've learnt you'll be able to keep up with, you'll be able to maintain it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, most definitely. I mean, yeah, and having the food being
Oh, we just lost you there for a second. Oh, there we are. It just must have cut out with the internet or something.
at the moment.
Yeah.
The 80/20 rule is really helpful because like every
Hmm.
other challenge or every other thing I've ever done has always just been strict, no carbs, no sugar, no nothing, and you're like you get 6 or 7 weeks in and you go, oh, this is too hard, can't keep
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have been able to treat yourself a little bit or just mix it up a bit, it's easier to maintain because it's more of a lifestyle than an actual diet. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's been really good in this program. Is really good,
Yeah.
and
And
not
what
so much focus on the exercise. Like the exercise is great and definitely do it, but not as much focus on that. Like every other challenge has been you exercise every day and you just about
yeah.
burn yourself out. Can't do
Yeah.
it.
No, and that's the thing though as well. Like it's got to be realistic. If you're going to stick
Yeah,
to it for a long, because let's be real. Like everyone in this program, most people in this program, the goals that you guys have, it's not going to be. You're not going to achieve the goal in 4 weeks or 8 weeks, and that's where most people go wrong. Is that they think that they just thinking kind of short term, where it's like, oh yes, I'm going to lose 15 kilos in 8 weeks or something like that, which a challenge makes you do. Of course, you lose a lot of weight in hardcore challenges, but you're doing the work for it too. It's like, training every single day and really strict diet. And then you get to the end of it and it's like the whole way through, you've just been thinking about, oh, I can't wait to rest. I can't wait till it's over. Can't wait. What can I eat when I'm
I wait to
done? Like,
binge out on something. Yeah.
yeah, like you're like, oh, I can't wait
And
to
then
eat
you
pizza.
put it
Can't
right on
eat.
back.
Exactly, and exactly right. Then you just end up putting it all back on. Whereas if you know, like, because let's be real, like if you wanted to have a piece of cake or a piece of chocolate, you can have it on this program. You definitely
Yeah.
can. But sometimes just the fact that you can have it, you just choose not
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly. And
yeah,
like I said, I had cake the other day and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? This is so sweet. And
yeah,
that's the best thing is getting rid of the sugar so you don't want it anymore. You just don't want it. In the end, you just go, it's gross. I don't want to eat it.
yeah,
It
it's
just
too
tastes
much.
good now.
And how
Yeah.
did you feel after you ate it? Like, how did you feel the next day? Did you
Um,
feel a bit off or you didn't notice yet?
it was later in the afternoon, I was like, oh God, I feel so tired. Just tired. Yeah, it just drained me. And I was like, yeah, that'll be that cake. Because I haven't
Yeah,
eaten sugar for ages. So, um,
yeah.
yeah. And same when I drink, because I haven't been drinking either. And if I do have a
Hmm.
drink, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna go to sleep. So
You're hungover.
definitely not
Hungover off a
definitely
glass of
not fun
wine.
anymore.
You're not the life of the
Definitely not
party
having
anymore.
no,
Oh,
no. Used to be
oh
a very
well.
heavy drinker. So
Yeah.
yeah, really, really good not to do it.
Were you
Really good.
drinking much before, like before the program?
I was a heavy drinker for about 15 years.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then leading up to the program, I hadn't drank a lot in the last probably year.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, it still
Yeah.
still haunts me, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you've gone through a lot of big changes in the last year then. You know, your body's really
yep,
um you can't yeah, you're putting your body it's like healing. You're healing your body a lot, you know? Yeah, it can
yep,
be a big
most
it can be a
definitely.
big thing. It can be a big thing, especially that first year when you stop all that kind of stuff and you just and I guess yeah, you just heal your body in a lot of different ways. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing. That's amazing.
yeah. I found obviously healthy eating is like the biggest healer of all of it. And exercise. And yeah, the mindset work is like major part of the healing process on so many
Yeah,
levels. Like, yeah, so
yeah,
that's for me the mental side of the challenge has been the best thing. That's just yeah helped me heaps. All your little
yeah,
tips and like the videos and everything you've posted have been really helpful in that sense to just keep you on track and yeah you just focus on the bigger picture and not all the little shitty things that are happening at the moment because they
yeah.
happen all the time.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing as well. If you're always focusing on your environment or certain conditions to make you happy, it will constantly be that whole roller coaster, you know.
Yeah,
And you just won't ever feel like you are happy, you know, just happy where you
yeah,
are, happy with yourself. But if you actually try to find, like, I mean, like you have, like you know, the positive in every situation, like you definitely have. Um, and also finding happiness and things to feel happy about inside yourself rather than relying on those specific things and then you just find you just lift you have a shift in the way that you think about things and the way that you feel on a daily basis, you know, instead of your life being this whole like roller coaster ride of emotions all the time, you just tend to
yeah,
be a lot more stable in a way. Yeah,
yeah. Calm, I guess.
yeah, like
um,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I found meditation is amazing for that. Has helped me a lot with my mindset as well as the program working with you.
Hmm.
Um, and journaling, I've been writing stuff down as well. There's a really
Yeah,
good outlet.
journaling's really good too. Yeah.
Just letting it out and just focus, and it does. It sort of lets you release it and just go, you know what, it's okay. So that's not the end of the world. There is a bigger picture, and that's just a minor detail. Just
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm in the process of learning all that, and I'm enjoying it. It's really good. It's
Yeah, no,
keeping me.
yeah, I'm really excited for you because yeah, you seem to be on a really good like you're just on the journey of a lifetime, I guess. You know, you're making all these changes
Yeah,
and you're about to do your nutrition course, like all this amazing stuff's about to open up for you. So it's really exciting,
I
you
think it's
know.
also the first time in my life I've sort of been able to make all my own decisions. I haven't had controlling partner and whatnot around. So it's sort of the first time I've sort of been able to do all this all for me and just make it all about me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really, really empowering feeling and a really, really good feeling. And that helps you keep quite positive too, to go, you know what, I'm making this decision and I'm making it for me, not anyone
Yeah.
else, just for me. And so I'm enjoying that process as well. Just I
And
might stay
that's,
single.
well, you know, it doesn't hurt. I mean, if you're happy single, that's a good thing, because a lot of that's amazing, you know. I forget what I was going to say now, but anyway. Anyway, but you know what? If you're happy single, that's a good thing, because a lot of people find it hard to get to that point where they do feel happy single. You know, they're
Yeah,
constantly looking for other people to fill in that void, and they just don't realize that it's all about them. Like, it's always about
yeah,
you. No one else can ever fill that void that you have. You've got to do that yourself.
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
And
Mm.
yeah, like I said, being able to make my own decisions just to do what I want to do for me is like, whoa, this is new, but it's really
Yeah.
good. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
so
loving it.
happy for you. So happy for
Oh,
you.
that's good.
What would you say? Is there anything else you'd like to say to the ladies, or any other message that you have?
Um, Probably not
Hmm.
really. I think I've covered everything.
We have. We have
But yeah,
covered. We have covered most of it.
just to stay on track, just to focus on the bigger picture. And it's not all about losing, kilos and kilos. Just if you're mentally feeling really good, then great, go with that. Just sort of roll with it a bit, I guess. Be a little bit more
Yeah.
relaxed
Allow
about
it
it.
to happen. Allow it
Yeah,
to happen, rather than
as
focusing on,
everyone keeps
oh, I
saying,
haven't
trust the
lost.
process.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trust the process.
You hear
Um,
that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just about about allowing it to happen, rather than being so fixated on, oh, how much am I losing, or, all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. We just, and the thing is, when you do it that way, you'll be happy with whatever measurement you get. Whereas if you're really focused on how much you lose each week, you'll just never be happy with
yeah,
the result that you get, whereas you'll be happy with any type of progress when you just focus on allowing it to happen in its own time.
yeah, most definitely. Most
Mm.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't control our bodies. Doesn't do what
So
we
just
want it
do
to
their
do.
thing.
Yeah,
Do their own
it's
thing.
always going to just do its own thing. So unfortunately, we can't control that. But yeah. But thank you so much for doing the interview. You've been very confident on the video, and very brave. But I think you've
Until
got
I
some
watch
really
it
good.
back later.
Uh, Look, the first time you hear your voice on video, it's horrifying. I remember the first time there was someone else. Who was it? There was someone else we did last week or the week before. She was like, "Oh, I hated the sound of my voice on the video," and that's quite normal to you kind of, yeah. The first time you hear your voice, it's like, "What? Do I sound like that?" Then you get used to it, though. But you do it, yeah. You've done it. You've done amazing, and you've got some really good points there that I think that would inspire a lot of the ladies as well. So well done to you, Leah.
Thank you
I'm
very
very
much.
proud of you and what you've achieved. So yeah, just stick at it.
Yes, stick at it, and it's easy to stick to once you've
Got
been doing
there.
it for a bit, and you've like, oh well, this is easy now. I know how to food prep. I know how to make my own treats. This is good, and it's easy
Yeah.
once you're there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's just once you're on that level and you've done it for a while, it's just maintaining it. And you know what? You know the process. If you fall off the wagon, you know exactly what to do. Go straight back to phase one, do a couple of weeks, clean it up, and then you'll be back on track again.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's not
know
a
what to
big,
do. Like
exactly,
once
exactly
you've
right.
done it, you know what to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.